Okay, so I think it's getting a bit hot and sweaty in here. I'm going to trouble my glasses. Anyway, so now we have gone through all those host rewards, so you can see the advantage of those for you. You may or may not have noticed, but when a guest buys at your Thermomix demo, you get free host rewards. If you buy at your Thermomix demo, but that doesn't work, all right? You don't get free host rewards, all right? You pay a discounted amount for compared to the value of the reward. If no one purchases, it's the same deal, okay? So you pay the discounted amount. So what you really want to think about is inviting the right people for your demo so that you can get the host reward that you want free. So I'm going to go through a few people that would be good to ask, but I've got a very long list. But hopefully it will help you understand who are the right people to invite. So I just want you to make the most out of it. And some people sort of think, oh, I don't never want to host a demo, you know, whatever. The way I like to look at it is, if you are enjoying your Thermomix or you're looking to get one, by the way, always best to buy your Thermomix first, then host the demo, because you get a delivery. If it's a delivery demo, you get a 20% discount voucher for the mix shop as well. This is in Australia, I'm talking. Okay, so yeah, so get it first, do your delivery demo, and then just, yeah, what I think about with the demo is, if you find something that's really helpful for you and you love it, why wouldn't you share it with your friends? Okay, yeah, you know, it's something that's helping you in the kitchen. Well, I like to help my friends, so ask them along. There is absolutely no pressure at a demo. It is all about them seeing if it's a fit for them. All right, so I'm going to go through a few ideas of people that you might want to invite to your demo. Sorry, it's getting very hot and sweaty in here. All right, so love your Thermomix. Who do you know who's like you? Who do you know who's in the same situation? Who do you know, if you've got little kids and you're finding it so helpful? Who do you know could be your new mum's group, could be someone like that, okay? Who do you know who's got kids at school and is running around and is really short on time? If that's you and you know people like that and you're finding the Thermomix is helping you, ask them, all right? So having a think about what your situation is and who also in your situation could benefit from having one of these. All right, I've got to look at my notes, okay, just to make sure. Okay, so there's sort of 4 categories that we often talk about when inviting guests. And the first one is time saving. So I've mentioned a couple of examples there. So people with little kids, people with bigger kids who are racing around after school, taking them to school activities. They need to save some time. So I've already shown you with the thermosaver how, you can make a meal in advance and you will cook, it will keep it warm for up to 2 hours. So people like that. You can have people who work long hours and struggle to get food on the table when they get home. They might be, working full time. They might even have older kids at home that if they had a Thermomix on their bench, those kids could start cooking for them. Well, they could cook for them. All right. If you can read, you can cook with a Thermomix. Okay. Who has takeaway when they run out of time? Okay. Who would prefer not to be eating the takeaway? I know it's convenient. It's costing them a lot of money. It's not as healthy as homemade food. My husband said, actually, Valentine's Day in a couple of days, we were going to take a picnic down to the beach, but it's going to be 20 degrees, not quite the same thing. He said, oh, we could get takeaway. And I just said, you know what? I'd rather eat the food that I cook than takeaway. So who's running around spending a fortune on takeaway, all right? And just need a bit of help. If they come straight home from work, get cooking or have someone start off the meal and finish it off, how awesome would that be? Okay. Who struggles to meal plan and waste time every day thinking about what they're going to cook? I know having Cookie Do, having that inspiration, we do have the same things, several times, but there's always inspiration, there's always new things to try. There's always new collections arriving on Cookie Do. So instead of wasting all that time, what you do is you sit down at night with your phone, with your app, meal plan, and you get your shopping list. So That's the people who want to save time. Okay, let's think about people who have health issues or want to be healthy. One of the real benefits of a Thermomix is that you know what's going into your food. And you are what you eat. That's what I'm thinking of. So the more additives and preservatives, the more anti-caking agent, the more this and that and the other you eat, it's not good for you. Okay, so you want to look after your gut. You want to make sure you're putting healthy food into your tummy. Now, we went and did some shopping yesterday at the supermarket. We had a few tins. I would rather slow cook my beans, but that was a time factor, and sometimes you just don't have the time to do it. So we had a few tins. Apart from that, was fresh fruit and veggies. I couldn't help but look around, and I'm not judging, but you know, there are women buying trolleyfuls of food which is convenient for them to feed their family. And honestly, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on here, but it's crap. So, you know, if you can help people, you know, it's not just some people feel that buying a Thermomix is just for them, and or you know, like your husband or your partner, I know I'm being a little bit sexist here, might go out and buy a motorbike or buy a television, a really fancy television, and they might do that without consulting you. My husband would consult me, but you know, I'm just saying there are people out there who will do that, and yet you won't buy a Thermomix because you're worried it's for you. But in fact, it's not for you. It is for you, but it's also for the whole family. Okay, so let's think. Who do you know who's celiac? Who's gluten intolerant? Who's dairy free? Who's vegan? Who's FODMAPs? Who wants to avoid additives and preservatives? Who has kids who've got autism or ADHD? Because we know that additives and preservatives exacerbate that. Has a family member got to be fed pureed food? Or you know, foods, you know, as people get older, sometimes they do, or they might have a disability and they might need to be tube fed or whatever. With the disability point of view, if you're looking after a disabled child, well, hello, let the Thermomix cook for you whilst you're doing stuff with that, so you're saving time as well. Who wants to cook from scratch but doesn't have time? So, you know, the Thermomix makes that a lot easier. Okay, ease going on, nice little segue. Who do you know who can't get organised? They need cookie do. They need cookie do to plan their meals and plan their shop and shop their plan. Okay. Who needs inspiration? I'll tell you what, I've had a Thermomix for probably 12 years, probably 11 or 12 years, something like that. And I'm going to show my age now, but I was cooking for a family for a long time, and honestly, you do get bored with the same things. Never bored anymore. So inspiration. Something that's really easy, someone that needs something that's easy. People who've lost confidence cooking. All right, I had this gorgeous woman who came along to a demo, beautifully selected by the host, and she had little kids at home. She'd lost total confidence in cooking. Her husband was out working long hours. He would come home. They would either have takeaway from a deli, costing them an absolute fortune, or he would cook when he came home. Conventional way, the long way. She got one of these. It arrived the next day. It was during well, it was just round about COVID. So it was delivered directly to her. I called her the next day because I knew she was at home. She'd made porridge. She'd made soup to go in the kids' lunch boxes, and she was working at dinner. Like, how awesome is that? That's just incredible. So if you need people who are lacking confidence, this, you just cook it off the screen. It's just so simple. Okay. If you want people who want chefy things, if you watch the Host Rewards, the blade cover peeler allows you to sous vide. Wow, awesome. You can sous vide in a Thermomix. So, you know, and there's lots of different techniques and things that you can use in here. There are more complicated things that, you know, they go step by step, easy to follow. So you can create these incredible masterpieces to share with your friends. So you've got chefy people, bearing in mind, most restaurant has a, you know, with a good chef, has a Thermomix in it. Who have done that? Yeah. Oh, energy usage. Okay. There was an ad that came out, it's probably too many years ago now. Most people don't remember it. Had black balloons coming out of appliances. No black balloons out of Thermomixes. If you want to know the energy consumption of a Thermomix, let me know. I can send it all to you, but it is very, very low. All right. And one last thing, I think I've mentioned this a little bit. If you've got kids or family who you would like to cook or get involved in the cooking, they can just cook off the screen. Okay, so it's super easy. And then who wants to save money? Well, as I've already said, no takeaway, or just dropping one takeaway meal a week for a family pays for your Thermomix. Okay, with our payment plans, it's roughly $25 a week to have a Thermomix on your bench. So if you went out for breakfast with your family, you're going to be spending over $100. That's probably $150. If you go out for dinner, to a family of 4, it's going to be more than that. I do know one family who actually stopped going out or having any takeaways for 6 months, paid off their Thermomix with that. All right, so saving money that way. So a Thermomix can put money back into your pocket. $25 a week. I have a friend, a physio friend, and she goes through so much yogurt. I worked out she eats about $36 worth of yogurt a week. Okay, which is crazy. I mean, it's fine, that's what she does, but she buys the individual packets because it's convenient, etc., etc. You can save so much money just making your own yogurt in the Thermomix. She would pay for it over and over and over again. One day she'll see the light, I am sure. Things like, think about Baker's Delight, the scrolls. Okay, I have to look here to make sure I get the figures right. Baker's Delight scrolls, they're roughly $4 each. In the Thermomix, you can make 10 for $6. Okay, that's a saving of $34. That's on scrolls, 10 scrolls. Okay. What else? Yeah, anything that you're eating is like, if you're cooking it from scratch, it's going to cost you less. Yes, you might have to build up your basic pantry first, but once you've got that going, you've got all your ingredients there. It's quicker for me to make a curry paste here or a curry powder here than it is to walk over the road, go to Chadstone and buy it. And I'm literally over the road. I can see Chadstone from here. All right, so that's saving me time. It's also saving me money in the long run there too. And if you decided you wanted to join me, have so much fun with this, then, you know, I love my Thermomix. I hope you can see the passion that I have for it. Come on board, earn your Thermomix. All right, 4 sales until the middle of March. You come on board by the middle of March. With 4 sales in your first 60 days as a consultant, you will earn your Thermomix. And after that, you're getting commissions. All right, so it's an awesome way to learn about your Thermomix, to save money, and it is a massive money saver. So just recapping quickly, who's like you? Who wants to save time? Who's got health issues? Maybe they want to lose weight. Didn't mention that. But there are, you know, there's low carb recipes on here. There's Sam Wood's recipes on there. There's a whole lot of stuff like that too. All right, ease, super easy. Like you got a system set out for you, super easy to use, and then saving money. So have a think about all those sorts of people. When you do host a demo, you really want 3 or 4 people. No more than that. Well, when I say that, you know, it could be if you've got couples, maybe 3 couples. If it gets too big, don't think Tupperware. It gets crazy, it gets noisy, and no one listens to anything. But I would love you to get in touch if this has inspired you to think of a few people who you can actually help, all right, who would benefit from having one of these on their bench. They make the decision, but you're giving them an opportunity, and I will not stop them walking out the door if they don't buy. Okay.